Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Wednesday, 1st March 2017. I'm Fredicia Liburd. The Ministry of Culture, in collaboration with the Nevis Culturama Committee, is undertaking major rehabilitation work to the Nevis Cultural Village. Director of Culturama Secretariat, Antonio Abonati Liburd, spoke about the purpose behind the rehabilitation.
Over the years, we have had several booths here at this facility that have been unattended. They have not been used, and so they have become a natural habitat for rodents and other pests. And so when we come to prepare for Culturama, we have to do a lot of cleaning, a lot of work in order to get the venue in a state of readiness for Culturama. And so we discussed it, and I sat down and wrote a proposal and presented it to the permanent secretary and the minister, and having looked at it, they have agreed that we will come in and do some major work right here at the cultural village.
He then outlined the detail of the rehabilitation work.
We are going to be asking the persons who have booths, because the booths here at the cultural village are the property of the operators. They are not owned by the Nevis Culturama Committee. So we're going to have them remove the booths, and then we are going to come in with some containers that we will restructure and that will customize into booths, and we'll have them strategically placed around the venue. Those containers, once they are in place, we will paint them in festive colors, bright colors. They will have drawings, logos of major sponsors, cultural figures like cultural icons, David Freeman and all the other persons, maybe some pictures of masquerades, clowns, to just give the entire venue a facelift.
Liburd stated that changes will also be made to the stage.
We are going to reduce the height of the stage to approximately 3 feet, 4 feet high, and we are going to change the stage from a wooden stage into a concrete base, and we are going to have a longer overhang so that we can hang proper stage lighting, and increase the visibility of the performers on stage.
According to Liburd, the addition of security lighting around the cultural village will also be part of the rehabilitation work. Liburd is making a special appeal to booth owners to have their booths removed from the village by the end of March 2017. The rehabilitation work will commence shortly after the removal of the booths. With the police relocated to a building opposite the Vance W. Amory International Airport, work on the Newcastle police station has begun. Over the past few weeks, a contractor has been removing items and features of the old building in preparation for demolition scheduled for this weekend.
It is going to take quite a bit of work to get this done, because this building, this is the main station, then you have the female quarters in the back. That would also be demolished, and all of the other smaller buildings on the compound. So we have some demolition to do and some transportation of waste material out of here. After all this is done, of course, we'll have a cleared up site, and then we'll go to the next phase, which is the actual engagement of a quantity surveyor to do the necessary estimates and quantities, and then provide us with a bill of quantities so we can offer this building out for tender.
The facility, which is designed to be a 2-story structure, when complete, will also house a division of the fire service with at least one fire tender in that area.
On the ground floor, we'll have the inspector's office, sergeant's office, corporal office, interrogation room, lunch room, evidence room, secretary, and filing area, processing room. We'll also have 2 holding cells. We're hoping to also have on the western side of the building would be dedicated to a fire tender, which we're going to have a base here in Newcastle.
According to Jeffers, who was charged by Premier Amory to oversee the project, the population in St. James is growing, as well as an increase in infrastructure in the area, and it is important to have a safety and security presence.
We are moving with alacrity, Eric, because it is a commitment that we have made, and we want to stick to that commitment because the police need to be back in the environment that they're accustomed to in terms of being here in this particular spot. Not necessarily the same building, but a brand new building where they can do what they are charged to do, and that is to provide safety and security for the people of St. James and the island of Nevis on a whole.
It is expected that once construction work starts, the building would be complete within 18 months. The Ministry of National Security will host the second part of the National Crime Symposium on Thursday in Nevis. The session, scheduled for the Four Seasons Resort, is expected to run from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Ministry of National Security is grateful again to partner with the Coalition for support of security initiatives and the management of the Four Seasons Resort in hosting the symposium. Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Vance Amory, will deliver opening remarks, while crime reduction specialist and social skills consultant Dr. Niels Chaitan will do a short presentation to over 50 participants on the 3 roots of crime that did not receive sufficient attention during the group activity in St. Kitts. The main objectives of the workshop are to review the strategies and recommendations emanating from the National Crime Symposium held in St. Kitts, with a view to further clarifying and strengthening recommended strategies where necessary, classify the strategies for each root of crime under the either enforcement, diagnosis, education and rehabilitation framework, and make recommendations for the implementation of the comprehensive National Crime Reduction and Prevention Strategy Plan that will emerge from the symposium activities, including monitoring and data collection processes. On February 9, 2017, more than 200 citizens and residents from a wide cross-section of society attended Part 1 of the National Crime Reduction Symposium on St. Kitts. Still to come, Dr. Judy Nisbet urges the public to help prevent the spread of gastroenteritis. The details are after this break.
This April 7th and 8th, get yourself to Owali Beach for the 2017 Nevis Blues Festival. As the sun goes down, party to music by Ian Siegel, Deanna Bogart, AJ Gent, and many more. Regular boat services will connect St. Kitts from Frigate Bay and Reggae Beach direct to the festival. Find out more at nevisblues.com.
Great music, great food, great events, great vibes, great people. Meet me in Nevis for the Caribbean's greatest summerland, July 27 to August 8, Nevis Culturama 2017.
Welcome back. Medical Officer of Health on Nevis, Dr. Judy Nisbet, says there has been an increase in the number of persons coming to the Alexandra Hospital's emergency room in February with gastroenteritis and is urging the public to help prevent the spread. Dr. Nisbet said that gastroenteritis is the inflammation of the stomach and intestines and is seen sometimes in the cooler months of the year on Nevis. She urged the public to take the necessary steps to avoid getting infected with the contagious illness and to prevent the spread.
Gastroenteritis is very contagious. The most probable way that the virus or bacteria is spread is through the fecal-oral route, which means that fecal matter of an infected person can get into the mouth or the intestinal tract of an uninfected person. The infection can spread from person to person via contact with an infected person or their possessions, such as utensils, towels, etc., consumption of contaminated food or water, unwashed hands after going to the bathroom, or changing a diaper of an infected infant, or assisting a sick person who is having vomiting and diarrhea.
Gastroenteritis may last from 3 to 8 days, and individuals are asked to note that they are still infectious up to 3 days after feeling better. Infected individuals who are not showing symptoms as yet are also infectious to others. She listed a number of ways in which persons could prevent the spread of gastroenteritis, which she states is especially important at this time because of the public gatherings occurring, such as sports and open days.
Persons need to wash hands thoroughly after using the bathroom, before handling food, and before eating. Changing a diaper, wash hands after changing a diaper, and after coming in from outside. Use hand sanitizers where soap and water are not available for hand washing. Avoid eating from persons who are infected with diarrhea and vomiting. Avoid sharing utensils such as and towels, etc. Avoid preparing foods for others if you are aware that you are infected. Wash fruits and vegetables thoroughly before consuming. Eat well-cooked foods such as meats. Stay at home if you are sick, and please keep your children out of school if they are sick and away from other gatherings such as church, etc. Ensure that you constantly clean surfaces with soap and water, since viruses can live on surfaces for a very long time.
Dr. Nisbet stated that persons who experience these symptoms should visit the outpatient department at the Alexandra Hospital immediately. Police Commissioner Ian Quealy says members of the Police High Command, including himself, are fully welcoming the introduction of new technologies that can bolster the prevention and reduction of crime on St. Kitts and Nevis. He made the statements while speaking at the recently held Commissioner's press conference on Thursday. The Commissioner said 2017 will see the continued embrace of new technology, the rollout of the enhanced closed-circuit television CCTV system, providing for more coverage of communities. Officers are currently in the Republic of China, Taiwan, being trained in a real-world dynamic environment on the use of this system, and he expressed his thanks to the ambassador and staff of the Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan, to convey to the government and people of the Republic of China. Additionally, the use of unmanned air assets, drones, will be rolled out later this year to assist with crime fighting, he said. During the Team Unity government's 2-year anniversary celebrations, the Crime Reporter Report a Crime app was one of 5 additional applications launched as part of the government's e-government initiative. Quealy said the police force will continue to incorporate good forensic practices in building cases for prosecution, and as such, praised the addition of Naris Ramnarine as the new head of the Forensic Service Unit. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.